Hey guys, how's it going? Matt here with another episode. The last few episodes have been focused in large part on the van here. Today's isn't necessarily going to be focused on the van, it's going to be focused on my new house. Some of you know it, some of you may not know it, but we bought a house a while back, not too long ago. Very happy with it. It's a beautiful house. Suburban America. And so, well, I have also been working on the van here. I have simultaneously been sort of finishing up things with the house. One thing that we learned is that when you buy a house, they don't do everything. So the basement is unfinished and the yard is unfinished. This spring, we're planning to finish it up. And so I'm having different companies come out to perform different jobs or help me with different projects. I'm waiting for a gentleman from a company called French Drain Man. And it's kind of a funny story because there was a house that was a couple of streets over that was getting French drains done and had the French Drain Man truck outside. I took a picture of the truck. I called the company and I said, I'm interested in what you're doing there because I'm curious about getting it done here. And he's like, you should check out my guy's YouTube channel, like my boss's YouTube channel. So I checked out his YouTube channel and I ended up finding this guy called Robert Sherwood. And this guy is pretty interesting with regards to French drains. Let me tell you what French drains are as I know them and why I think I really need them. French drains basically take your gutters as they come down from the house and they direct the water into a channel system. I'm kind of glad that I didn't do the landscaping sooner, because if I would have put grass and sod down on this, I would have realized too late that I would have needed some sort of irrigation system to move the water where I needed to. Because this place is on a sort of a big slope, I end up getting this. And it was throughout the end of summer and the winter and the beginning of spring here that we started seeing this erosion. And so the gutters would come, rain would take, and just move all the sediment down to the drain down at the end of our lot, where it joins to the other neighbors. They offer DIY packages, and they also offer full service packages, because they're not really far from where I am, but they send DIY packages all over the country, and they have a bunch of tutorial videos. And I told the Richard guy, I said, you know, as I get the house kind of set up the way that I want outside, I'm going to kind of record the process for you guys. And so I actually have a bunch of things that are planned. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have a guy from a stamped concrete company come out, and we want to do a patio on the back, and we want to desperately get some driveway extensions because this driveway is not wide enough to have my truck and the car constantly going in and out like I plan to. And then we also want to do a deck, and we want to do the grass, and we want to do the sprinklers. Some of the things I would like to do, some of the things I'd like to share. If the French drain guy comes out and it works out, maybe I can do a DIY where maybe I hire a scooper and I end up scooping what I need to and then laying everything in myself. We're kind of going to go through and not separate completely from the van, but maybe do a little bit more like lifestyle vlog, because you can't get much more lifestyle than your house. If you didn't see the last videos, just finished the cushions back here, and a little update on that. Oh my gosh, they are so nice. I have been kind of like sitting back here and like using this space and just the past few days turning up the heat and just sort of relaxing back here, and it's been very, very nice. Just kind of give you an idea of some of the other things that I want to do here in the van. I have to plumb the shower pan into the gray water tank that sits below here, and so there's some plumbing there. There's an air conditioning system that's in that corner of the van that I need to plumb and wire up. The electrical system is all prepped for it, so all I have to do is install the condenser underneath the van and then connect the condenser to the evaporator in the corner of the van, plumb in some sort of a venting system, which I've kind of thought about already. It's already ready, like this is the controller for it. So it's already kind of wired up. Everything is where it's supposed to be. It's just sort of need to put the components where they need to go. Just a whole lot of cool stuff. So that's a project that's going tandem with what's going on there. I was thinking about doing the deck. We'll walk into the back of the house and take a look at the deck. Maybe you can give me some thoughts. Stuff that you think I can accomplish. Stuff you think I should stay as far away from as possible. Because there is like these French drains I think I could probably accomplish on my own. Just take some back breaking work. The deck I think I could accomplish on my own. The concrete, I think probably hire somebody to do the concrete from start to finish is the best way to go. Especially with these driveway extensions and the weight of the van. Maybe they can reinforce that a little bit more. Like you can see across the street, they've got driveway extensions there that continue out. So.
How's it going?
It's good. How you doing? How's it going, man?
Good.
Good.
Aaron.
Matt. Nice to meet you. I watched a lot of the videos, obviously, and so he's got all that heavy stone, and I'm thinking, oh, that maybe that stone is designed to kind of like collect the water and move it slowly into the soil as opposed to trenching it, you know?
Yeah, no, so the idea behind that is creating more void.
Okay.
Right, so that, when we do our trench, the fabric, put the pipe in the very bottom, so it's creating more void for water going to, because water always finds the path of least resistance, right?
Yeah.
So as it mitigates through the fabric, through the stone, down the pipes in the bottom, and then out.
Got it. Am I right to think this is probably a pretty good idea of like where the trenches was where probably the drain will be, or?
I mean, that's just indicative to your downspouts.
Yeah.
Right? So that's fine in the valley, and then now that it keeps on whittling away, it's like how they made how the Grand Canyon
eroded more and more. Yeah.
Getting that out and getting the downspouts away, I think could be just as effective as a French drain in this aspect.
Okay.
Just for the fact that a lot of times, like back here, I tell you right now, you're gonna need a French drain back here.
Yeah.
You're gonna need one right along the property.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So here you could mitigate the water here because there's so much slope, the water's gonna run.
So like a solid pipe is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think personally getting the downspouts out from between the houses will mitigate that for you.
Okay.
You just got to be careful when you guys put sprinkler systems in to not overwater this zone because there's going to be so much shade. So that French drain's gonna be getting all that that water off the common area.
Yeah.
All along through here, right? Back this way, then up to the side, and maybe off that third tree. Third or fourth tree coming from the
Okay, so right about there,
Yep.
That's where the stone trench, and that one would go from there all the way around to meet the sewer.
Absolutely.
And if I do DIY it and I go under areas where there's going to be a patio or a concrete, do I need a thicker pipe? I remember.
Oh, so our armor pipe's the thickest pipe on the market.
Okay.
We manufactured it so it specifically could go under.
It won't collapse, you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's our downspouts, our leaf filters here, right? So we come in, we're white and black, come in 2x3, 3x4, 4-inch rounds. We primarily like to use black in this kind of climate because the radiant heat helps keeps things melted. But this comes right off like so. Right, so you got your screen in there.
Big stuff here, and then
Yeah, so the way this is designed, all the leaves will push to the front.
Yep.
Right, and then the centerpiece, twist out. You can put a camera, a jet, or whatever guard hose you can put through there, and this goes back up like so.
Cool.
Yep. And then, so if we're coming off the house, this is our brand new not quite a 90 that we just had done. We'll use a piece of
not quite a 90,
not
so
quite
it still
90.
allows some down.
Correct.
Right.
So then it's all HDPE plastic made up here in Washington on 32 Mile. A little piece of dual wall riser connected to, and then we've got this going into a 4-inch pipe.
Okay.
And then we've got our basins here, right?
Yeah.
So our basin will actually hold up to a gallon of material.
Okay.
So typically when a system fails because there can be bellies in it, and that's where all the materials get caught up into the belly.
Yep.
Well, with this, we actually created a belly. So as the water goes through, it starts matriculating, and all the debris will fall to the bottom.
Yep.
A lot of times we were using other like a 12x12 basins or 9x9s, and the pipes are so close, the material was just passing right through. But now that we've elongated that so much, we're actually grabbing the water.
It gives time for it to kind of drop down.
Yep, exactly.
So this is big enough for
for
your hand to get down in? And
so this is a solid cover. Like if we're doing a yard drain situation, we put this in. But if it's for a downspout, we put a solid cover on there.
So I would have two of those, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You'd have one on every downspout to grab all that shingle grab for you. Everything you see is everything we've designed based on what we found in the field.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. How many more quotes you got today?
About 6 or 7.
Awesome.
Plus run some trailers around. I'm going to be up like Alman, Armada, all that stuff this week or for today.
Where's the farthest system you've sent? Mexico? I mean, have you sent anything outside of America?
Not outside
Canada?
of the US yet. Well, we do have French Drain Man Canada, so
Okay.
we have a distributor up there.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome.
Right, have a good one.
Yeah, you too. What we discussed is that, I mean, a French drain is like a super aerated pipe because it's buried in the ground, but it has like a large circumference of stone that's built around it. It's designed to drain. It's designed to take water from one area and move it to another area real quick. I've got a really steep grade here, so the water's going to be moving quick. There's really no reason to have a French drain to try to move that water. That water's moving already. But as soon as it gets down to this area where it's a little bit flatter, the whole idea is you don't want things pooling and you don't want things collecting. And you can see right here, just from the soil, you can see where it's sort of collecting. So I can take this downspout and that downspout, tie them together, move it to the sewer pipe. I asked him to give me a quote, 2 quotes. One is a full service job where he's going to come with his team, and then 2 would be a DIY job where I kind of dig all the trenches. They supply me with all the piping and the tubing and the connectors that he showed me, and I kind of do it myself. You should do it before you lay down any patio, concrete patio, and I have that guy coming out, I think tomorrow. So I'll talk to him. Maybe I DIY it. What do you think? I think I could probably DIY it. So let me tell you a little bit about what the plan is. So right now that door there comes off the kitchen, and then this is my living room. That's the fireplace, and that's the edge of the house. What I would like to do is have a wooden deck with a composite decking on it. So that would sit up right about there, the top of the deck, and would come out to right about here. And so this whole area here would be the deck that would be sitting up high. As you walked over to the end of the house, you'd have stairs that would come down to the ground. And then at this point, you'd have a little bit of a walking path here, and then a patio here. And then a concrete patio would kind of come off here. And so you'd have a sitting area down ground level, and then you'd have a path here, and then you'd have a deck that would sit up top and connect to the kitchen. Right now, this rear area of the house, which connects to this really beautiful park, is sort of useless. And it's not until we have this deck that say I'm dreaming of opening that door and then Rose can run out, run down the stairs, and then kind of like go to the bathroom or hang out or whatever. One of the problems with the house so far right now is the idea that there's no fences allowed, so you can't fence in the lot yet. I'm planning to become an integral part, me and Annie are planning to become an integral part of the HOA when it gets handed off to us. Right now it's still under construction, so the HOA is like a temporary HOA put on by the builders. But as soon as the place is full, which is going to happen pretty soon. I mean, that townhouse there is almost finished. This place is almost finished. The whole complex is going to be done pretty soon. And one thing that we've realized is there are a lot of dogs here, like a lot. And so hopefully we can build a veto-proof block that can say, hey, why don't we have the ability to put some nice fences around our backyards if we want to. And as long as we meet certain requirements, height and styling, we can put a fence back here. And then it would be perfect. Then this house would be perfect, because then you could let go of Ro. She could run down the stairs. She could hang out in the backyard. All is right with the world. So anyways, we need to do the deck, the patio, the French drains, the sprinkler system, the sod, and then I have to do the basement. And I think I'll do most of the basement as far as putting up the walls and separating the basement structurally, and then doing the drywall and getting everything ready. I think I could probably do that myself. Maybe I'll need some help here and there with an electrician or a plumber. But yeah, the basement is a big project too. These are things that will be happening in tandem with me working on the van and traveling around and doing some different things in China. But yeah, super cool.